Hi, my name is Wendy Morin, and I'm going to share with you today using the Desmos platform in a classroom with students with disabilities. I have designed this resource to use in a kindergarten class, synchronous teaching, and I thought it would be very helpful if you were teaching students with disabilities. So first, let me explain that you do have to sign up for a Desmos account if you don't have one. It is totally free and it gives you access to everything they can do. The whole platform, you won't be billed in a year, you won't have to upgrade. They give you everything for free, which is really great. And then they integrate it into your Google Classroom with your students so that you are completely interfacing with your students if they are in Google Classroom. So let me show you the lesson that I have designed. It's for kindergarten, as I said. It will be on Teach Hub, and you would be able to access it and make a copy for yourself by using the three dots to the right, copy and edit, and you're going to publish it and download it to your own drive. All right, so let's look at the student preview screen so you can see why I feel that this will be very, very helpful for students with disabilities. Number one, there's visual representation of just about everything, and you can do it in multiple ways, and it's very easy to connect to prior learning. So I'm going to give the example of how I'm saying here. We are using the 5-group way, which in kindergarten we have already gone over, but the fact that I can write on this whiteboard allows me to come over here and write, yes, let's remember what is the 5-group way when we're going to write a number. Okay, grouping the numbers together in fives, right? So that gives me a chance to kind of connect. The other way I could use this tool with students with disabilities is once they are integrated with with your classroom, you can use the feedback feature and you will have access to their actual screen. And just like you're looking at this screen here, this could be a student screen and you can actually write on it and you can see what they're doing, and there's a private feedback feature which almost allows you to teach students individually and to differentiate, which is really great. All right, so let's go on. Okay, I told them to get paper and pencil, which some of your students may be able to draw what we're going to do later on, the number bonds, but maybe not, and you would be able to draw on the number bonds if they don't. So the beauty of Desmos is that here's my screen and I can show to the students, demonstrate using the whiteboard, okay? Showing things like let's count the 7 cookies. You could have them put numbers on the 7 cookies and you can see their screens to see who's struggling. It looks like somebody's going to eat the 3, so let's all circle the ones that are not going to be eaten. Okay, we could do that, or if your students are not able to do it, you can show it to them, give them a visual representation of it. Okay, for your students that wouldn't have to circle them, we could encourage them to write the subtraction sentence here. I had 7 cookies, I ate 3, I can count the 4 that are left. Okay, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. Okay. For those of you who are not able to actually write the numbers like that, you can use the typing feature if that makes it easier for your students. 7, sorry, let's do that. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Perhaps that's easier, but you could also demonstrate up here. All right. Going on to the next one, similar thing. In this case, you might be able to use it as assessment, quick assessment. There's 7 cookies on the plate. If I'm going to take away 2 of them, cross them out and tell me how many you have left. Okay, you might even tell them, right, make sure you're writing it over here in the 5-group way with the dots. You can go on their screen and look at it. Did they understand that subtracting 2 meant crossing out 2, and that you're going to have 5 remaining. Now we go from the visual of the cookies on the plate, where you have had a chance to, with multiple visual representations, show them the concept. Now we're going to go to the more abstract, which is the number bonds. But we've already reminded them of what the 5-group method is, 5-group way. Now we're going to take away 2. You could have them do it first. You can model it for them. Crossing it out, take away, minus means you can do it, but you can also look at their screens to see if they are doing it. And if they are, some are working at a different level and already know that the answer is going to be 5, you can be encouraging them to write the equation, okay, subtraction on their screen, all right, and showing them the connection here. So there's a lot of different ways that you can show the students, okay, different ways of looking at things, helping them. Let's go over here. Let's erase that here. Start writing the number sentences here. 5 minus 1. For those that are maybe working at a different pace, having them start right equals the whole family. But this is after you get feedback from your student screens. You'll know more what you would need to type up here. I'm just showing you now that you could. All right. Another example, okay, where you're looking at their screens. And when you actually look at the student screens, you can see all of them, pretty much like 10 of them on your screen. So it's really helpful in terms of seeing who is struggling and supporting and scaffolding as necessary. So just remember, we're highlighting patterns, big ideas, okay? All right, and then we always end with the summary, which is a chance once again for you to look at student work and see if there's any questions and if they're getting the connection between the number bonds and putting the number sentences together. Okay, so thank you very much. I feel like you'll find this as a handy tool for students with disabilities because of all the different techniques and ways that you can really bring the math to life for them.